What I really like to share with you today, to start with, is this chart. Now, what does this chart represent? All right, you have a control and a test. Now, what these represent are toothpaste. Now, the control is 1,450 parts per million of fluoride, otherwise traditional fluoride-based toothpaste. And the other one is about 10%. The ingredients in the toothpaste are about the same. That's why I wanted to show you the methods down below of hydroxyapatite. And this test was conducted over 18 months. And the results you can see here represented by what's called decayed, missing filled surfaces. You get the picture. And if you see V1 through V4, that is the number of visits to check for these decayed, filled, missing surfaces over an 18-month period of time. And after 18 months, it looked very promising. And there's more to it than just that as well. Because as we go through the study, there are other benefits to hydroxyapatite, which its common, well-known competitor do not present to the general populace. So with that, let's get right into the study itself. Also, too, I wanted to show you, all right, when you hear me say public study, the public study is basically not the full Department of Information or basically DOI citation. And so what we're looking at right here is you see the same study with 3 different titles. That's why it's real important to look at that DOI number, which usually is the bottom of every video which I display. Also, by the way, what have we been doing this about? Well, we've done many years. We have a pretty good collection now of videos which show that remineralization of the teeth may hold a lot of potential and being very possible. From fermentation to grapeseed to polyphenols to when we did so recently, diindolylmethylene. So that looks pretty cool overall. And it's kind of interesting. If you look at the public study, the public releases you see in the media, you can see how each take is given on this one particular study. And when you hear the word publisher bias, for example, like building kids' bones, yeah, that's a possibility, but that's not within the realm of the study, and it kind of detracts from what we're actually looking at. You see synthetic mineral at the same time too. Well, even though I love Eureka Alert, you get an idea how that could automatically cause the viewer's eyes to avert. To proceed as follows. Brushing twice a day keeps the dentist away, but we can improve on the toothpaste we use to maintain clean teeth, preventing medical issues that spiral from poor dental health. Most toothpaste use fluoride, a powerful tool for oral hygiene. However, fluoride can pose health problems in some cases, especially for children who consume too much fluoride by swallowing most of the toothpaste. Children normally use only a tiny dose of toothpaste to avoid these problems, but that reduces toothbrushing efficacy. You see the catch-22? In this search for alternatives, a team of international scientists and Polish clinicians have identified a hydroxyapatite toothpaste that works just as well as fluoride toothpaste to protect against cavities. When you scroll back to the beginning of the video, you can see the ingredients to each toothpaste was virtually the same, except for one had fluoride and one, in its place, used hydroxyapatite. Hydroxyapatite is a calcium phosphate mineral found in the skeleton. Now you can see where the bias set in. It is known to be very safe for human consumption and has previously been shown to help with oral conditions like periodontitis. It can both inhibit the demineralization of teeth, a key step towards a cavity, contribute to remineralization. That's a big word because even when I went to college for nutrition back in the early 80s, we were just told once it's gone, it's gone. But contribute to remineralization, which reinforces damaged tooth surfaces. Quote, currently in dental care, the aim is to use minimally invasive dentistry as often as possible, explained the researcher. Please forgive me if I don't pronounce. This means trying to preserve as much tooth tissue as possible, including those altered by initial caries that still show the ability to remineralize. Quote, I highlighted it there. The use of remineralization compounds is a boon, as it may limit the need for invasive treatment of carious lesions with a drill. I mean, less visits to the dentist. To see if it would help patients without specific dental conditions, the clinicians recruited 189 adults aged 18 to 45 to take part in the 18-month-long double-blind randomized clinical trial. They aim to see all the patients at the end of the study without an increase in cavities. Now, we're going to go to the full study. And there's a new thing out there in regard to called malinformation. So what I'm going to do, so we don't get flagged for malinformation, is I'm going to highlight in bold what they said. So you see right there, read along. Now go into the part relevant to the study. That one is actually two. That's why they're search for alternative. But you see how that can get flagged as malinformation. Which is not disinformation, just means information that's not conducive to societal norms. Hydroxyapatite has been shown to be not fully efficient in caries prevention, but also in other fields of oral prevention, such as reduction of dentin hypersensitivity and improvement of periodontal health, biofilm control, and whitening. In contrast, ironic, in contrast to other active ingredients, hydroxyapatite is safe if accidentally swallowed and does not interfere with the oral microbiome. It does not stain the tooth surface. Real important words to take away there, because the oral microbiome is shown to be a panacea in regard to maintaining positive health of individuals. So here you have hydroxyapatite does not affect the oral microbiome in a negative way like other elements may. At the same time too, of course, safe if swallowed and it well whitens your teeth. In summary, the 3 clinical caries studies, as shown above, as well as a number of in situ studies and in vitro studies in the field of remineralization and biofilm control, had demonstrated that hydroxyapatite serves as an efficient and safe alternative to fluoride in anticaries toothpastes for all ages. But even more than just that, when looking at the welfare of children and multiple fluoride exposures or fluorine exposures, what a very, very easy inroad into improving and maintaining the health of a huge dynamic of our population. Just by simply, and it's not expensive either, if you those that shop around and you look for hydroxyapatite or calcium hydroxyapatite, you may see, it's a dime a dozen, and it doesn't require hazard signs on it. And so it's actually quite an interesting and positive and beneficial element to help maintain oral health regardless of the age, and not impact the oral microbiome in a negative way, which people recognizing the oral microbiome plays a huge role with cardio health as well. And so it's super, super, super cool. And you have to give a lot of credit to the researchers themselves, because you look at it from this way, there's really no financial incentive for them to do this, except for the incentive to elevate society to a better alternative. Again, gratitude. I am humbled you watch. I look forward to what we present next week, what comes up in the research, and I look forward to seeing you all once again, as I said, next week, to reiterate. Catch you all next time. Bye.